My experiences outdoors as a child were pretty much playing outside in the yard. I grew up in the 70s and 80s, so there was no technology, yes, for that. But it was pretty much playing with my cousins outside, going to parks, local parks. Spending time in a park for me it was more of a celebration. So celebrating birthdays, Easters, family get-togethers. So it was always about celebrating something beautiful. As I got older, I started to really kind of explore parks more, and I had a friend of mine who took me at the age of 20 to my first Texas state park, and that for me changed everything. I just realized that there was definitely a lot more out there. With the national parks, I discovered it through my love of running. So I was doing long distance running, training for a half marathon with a couple of my friends, and we needed room to run. So the easiest place and the safest place for us, we thought, would be getting on the Riverwalk and just going down. We had heard about these missions, and the trail would run for miles. We started realizing, wow, there's these parks and there's history here. And so for me, it was something that I knew I had to discover more. And after exploring all the missions, San Juan is the one that I kept coming back to. I had a great feeling here at San Juan, not that I didn't at the others, but San Juan enveloped me even more so. So sitting back and looking back at it, it had more of a home feel for me. Knowing that it was also an active church, having the Virgen de Guadalupe, seeing the nopalitos everywhere, just being on the ground, seeing the river, there's a connection to home. And there's also something that ties all those elements for me to my childhood. So for me, it embraced everything that I loved, all in one.
There's a lot of different things that inspire me as an artist. I'm first and foremost a portrait artist. I do portraits and murals, and I love painting faces, and especially people in my community and that represent my culture. I'm also really inspired by nature. Like, I love being outside. That's how I reset and recharge, to be honest. My relationship to the outdoors and national parks is something that has evolved and grown over time. I've always loved playing outside and being outside. Always enjoyed the local parks here in San Antonio, but as I've grown into adulthood and become a mother, showing my children these beautiful national parks and spaces is more and more important, and I want that. I know it's a core memory for them growing up, and it's something that they'll fight for too, and realize how important it is to preserve. Josie's story has so many things that really spoke to me and resonated with me. One of the things that she mentioned was that there were so many things here at the mission that are tied to our religion and our culture. So she took the time to take me to where the Virgen de Guadalupe is, and there's offerings all around that. She pointed out that there was a little birdhouse with a cross on it. And then she mentioned that this was a place where she always saw cardinals. And she said that cardinals are they're supposed to be people that have passed, coming to speak to you. So she felt like that was her abuelita, her grandmother. And I thought that was a really beautiful, beautiful thing. And so I think about that when I think about her. When we came here to Mission San Juan, hearing her talk about the sense of peace and relaxation it brought her, just the calm, I felt that when we were walking. That was one of the things that stood out. The other thing, that this place, it's so accessible. It's right in her backyard. Anyone in San Antonio can get to it. It's free. It's just the accessibility of it, and that's a beautiful thing. Well, I was so excited to get to work with you and do a visual interpretation of your story, because I think you're so inspiring, just the work that you do with Latino Outdoors and encouraging families to come enjoy what's in our own backyard, right? So when we came here, gosh, must have been a few weeks, it was really cool to just have you show me some of your favorite places and how it makes you feel. And you just had so many great anecdotes. So I just thought, okay, she's told me so many great things. But there's certain things that really stuck out that I wanted to put in the painting. Here we go.
I love this automatic, like I'm gonna get teary-eyed. But I love the cardinal. I love this, like just right away. It's just my eyes go right to that. A lot of what this does, the river, I mean, that's life. And yeah, the nopalitos, that all of it is just, it's a connection that you can't get at any other park.
I know when you were gazing out, I'm like, okay, that's the perfect picture to pose with a cardinal. So
thank you so much, because I'm always looking for them. And of course, the outdoors.
Yes. Well, you said that's where you felt so calm and relaxed, and you took me for the first time to that little trail back there, so that was a neat discovery for me. And then you're the one that showed me this little birdhouse that has the miniature San Juan.
Yes,
so.
it is this with the bells. Yes, I love it. To me, it's just, it represents everything. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. It was so much fun to do.
God.
It was so fun. Yay.
There's a lot of things here that in the missions that to me represents us. And I think just being able to come out here and explore a lot of that would be beneficial to everybody. Passing on my love for the national parks and just the outdoors in general has been probably the best thing I've ever done. It keeps that connection, not just with me to the outdoors, but it's something that, like I always tell my children, if I ever leave for you guys, this is the place you'll find me.